Max Verstappen, the Jos Verstappen project, the Flying Dutchman, Mad Max, the list goes on. But who is Franz Hermann? I mean, who is Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen is a Belgian race car driver that drives for Racing Bulls, and for some reason uses the Dutch flag because I guess the Belgian flag isn't cool enough for him. I don't know. Max Verstappen is the current reigning Formula One world champion, but after the season he's had, I wouldn't be surprised if that goes to bottleneck Norris. I mean Lando Norris. But let's backtrack to Max Verstappen's debut season in 2015 under Scuderia Todoroso. So, Scuderia Todoroso is where he started his career and was eventually bumped up or promoted to the sister team, Red Bull Racing. So, when I say sister team, I mean Red Bull has so much money that they decided not to have one, but two Formula One teams. I mean, at this point, I think Red Bull is just a sporting company that makes drinks as a side quest because they have multiple football teams, random extreme sports. They have a dancing competition. Really, Red Bull? I thought you guys were supposed to make drinks that kill us eventually. Come on, it's too much. But anyway, most drivers start at Toro Rosso, which was changed to Visa Car Racing Bulls, which kind of sounds like racing balls. I'm just saying. But yes, most drivers start at Racing Bulls and then are promoted, or as I'd like to say, demoted to Red Bull Racing because the only guy that can drive Red Bull's current car is Max Verstappen. And I'm not glazing. I'm telling you the truth. Look at how many drivers have changed. We had Checo Perez, we had Liam Lawson, we have Yuki Tsunoda, who's definitely getting kicked out this season because he's not confirmed for the 2026 driver lineup, which is very sad for that little adorable Chinese man. Japanese man. Sorry, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I love all people of all colors and textures. That even sounds more racist, but whatever. So Verstappen didn't actually win anything until the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix, which was his first Formula One win. And he only came to win his first Drivers' Championship in 2021. Then he won the next four consecutively because the car that Red Bull used in 2021, aka the RB21, was a fucking rocket ship. Yes, it was quite fast. And with a driver like Max Verstappen who's aggressive in the car and the car is fast, then, well, it's a match made in heaven. Because Max Verstappen is so good, as my, okay, it's not really my friend, but as my inspiration, Rick's F1 Addiction said, he was so good, he made Red Bull ignore the problems with the car because he was still winning even though the car was a piece of dog shit. But that's a story for another day. But yes, he won the 2021 championship, 2022, 2023, and 2024. Unfortunately for me, by that time I was F1 ignorant, and the only F1 driver I knew was, well, the only black guy, Lewis Hamilton. But watching it back, it was quite awesome because every race ended with Max Verstappen. But why am I talking about Max Verstappen? Am I just glazing? Or is there a point to all this? Well, there is a point to all this because Max Verstappen, in my opinion, is very, very good. Maybe it's because of his dad's panel beating. But I won't talk about that because this is supposed to be a light video. Let's not talk about child abuse. But anyway, Max Verstappen is aggressive, he's consistent, and he's a fucking machine. Let's look at the race that happened yesterday. Max Verstappen started from the pit lane, which is P19. So if you know anything about numbers, if there are 20 drivers, engine number 19, most likely you're going to fucking lose. But not Max. Max went from P19 to P3. P stands for pole position, by the way. He started in 19th place and found his way on the podium. Yes, he didn't win the race, but it's still very impressive, and he did something phenomenal. It's not like in 2024 at the same Brazilian Grand Prix when Max Verstappen was P16 or 17 and ended up being P1. Yes, it's not as good as it was last year, but it was still pretty good considering that my friend that supports Lando Norris already counted Max Verstappen out, and I told that guy, "Shut up, you don't know the Flying Dutchman." But anyway, Max Verstappen is a good driver, and that's what makes him Toto Wolff's wet dreams, Christian Horner's wet dreams, Zach Clown's wet dreams, and hey, even my wet dream. Wait. But yes, Max, a million, Verstappen, four-time world champion, and don't count him out yet, Lando Norris fans, McLaren fans saying Max Verstappen will remain with four world championships. I am willing to bet all the money I do not have that Max Verstappen is going to be champion again. Not this year, might not be next year, but it will happen. And if it is going to happen, it's more likely that it's going to happen next year. Because with the new regulations, I feel like Red Bull is going to come out on top. And Max Verstappen is a very versatile driver. I mean, just look at the Franz Hermann incident. When Max Verstappen won his first GT3 race at the Nürburgring under the fake name Franz Hermann. He's also a sim racing champion, which means Max Verstappen isn't how do I say this? He isn't a one-trick pony. He works well with all types of cars and all types of disciplines. He's probably driven every racing car that exists. I mean, he even knows how to drift. So, the 2026 regulations, I don't think they're going to stop Max Verstappen. But do you know who they are going to stop? Haas. Because that team is fucking shit. Other teams I think are going to be bad with the 2026 regulations are, well, I don't want to say Sauber because they're turning into Audi. And, I think Audi is going to make a great engine for them to start. But one I know will be bad is Cadillac because the only team to ever be good in their debut season was Braun GP all the way back in 2000 and something. I'm sorry, I'm bad with years. In 2000 and something, when they won their first constructors championship and the first drivers championship in their debut year with Jenson Button and Barrichello. I forgot his first name, but anyway, as I was saying, Cadillac will not be good, and I have diverged from talking about Max Verstappen to talking about Cadillac, but that's just my ADHD at its finest, and I did not script this, so you deal with that. Besides, I'm educating you, giving you knowledge, you dumb shit. But before I go too deep into this video, allow me to say this: subscribe, or else I know where you live. I do not know where you live, but we can have more subscribers. I said subscribers. Anyway, I have bullshitted around a lot in this video, but what I'm really trying to get at is Max Verstappen is better than everyone else.